Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon, and I am here with my belovely, I know, belovely co-host Bree.
Hey, everybody!
And this is the BBL After Trivia podcast. And Bree, what does BBL stand for?
Bright blooms and leaves.
Bright blooms and leaves.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Very, very fitting for this fall, especially since we just recently had a fake winter or a fake spring.
I was about to say, it hadn't been too
snow.
bright either.
Oh my gosh. I hate it. Oh my God. I am so
Between
mad.
the dust storms and the snow, it's been so bright. It's so lovely.
God, I am so done with the random weather. It stopped me and Pablo from being able to move into our new house.
Oh,
Yeah, so because update, it's official. It's official.
I want to push the button.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna try to move in as soon as we can, as soon as the weather lets us. So, but
Yeah, I can't say that I was too happy to miss the snow. I mean, I was kind of sad to miss it, but at the same time, I was like, okay, that's fine. What I missed this weekend was my closet.
why?
Because I didn't pack the correct clothes. Like I didn't pack warm enough clothes.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And so I felt like I was freezing for like 48 hours straight. And I was like, I'm so cold. I had jeans. I had long sleeves. I just apparently did not dress warm enough.
Yeah, no. Well, and it's crazy how cold it got just for that, like, not even a full 48 hours. Needy, go. I love you, but sweetie, you need to go. You always do this when we're recording. So yeah, right now, Needy, go lay down. Go lay down. So right now we're recording. This is probably going to be the last recording at this house.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so the next recording will probably be at the new house where I've already told Pablo.
That doesn't have a studio.
Yeah, that doesn't have a studio.
I'm just kidding.
And, well, apparently someone put an offer on that house the day after we looked at it. Yeah, so it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
But either way, I told Pablo that I already have a section of the house set up to be just the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So we will at least have that for us.
Okay, cool.
So, but other than that, Bree, we've got a lot to talk about, kind of game wise.
Yes.
We made a promise, or at least I made a promise, that we're going to be talking about 2 trivia games because we haven't talked about trivia games.
We have
in a
not.
while. So we're going to keep our promise. We're actually going to be doing our first one is going to be our more recent one because we kind of remember more stuff.
We remember what happened.
Yeah, we remember.
Maybe a little bit. We'll
hopefully.
see. It's been a few days.
It's been almost a week.
Oh gosh.
I know.
Yeah. Oh well.
So
We'll do our best.
But okay, so our team name, this one was American Ducks. And
Quack.
Bree, do you remember why we did this?
Because we were trolling the Canada Gooses.
Yes, we were trolling the Canada Gooses.
And we were trying to get another team to join us in this, and they did not.
No,
Boo.
kind of sad about that. I really tried to push the Mexican Mallards, but
It's fine. Or was it that, or was it Magpies?
That was the first one that I came up with before you got there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was after you got there. That's when I was trying to push Mexican Magpies.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but they still didn't go with it. They still went with Moss Masochist.
Boo.
Yeah, but
we
it's
even
okay.
kept the alliteration with you.
Yeah, we try to make sure that because apparently Rhino has been keeping up with points.
Oh yes.
So we try to make it to where he could better keep up with points for that team. So, but yes, we were the American Ducks, and our categories for that one was general knowledge.
What?
Surprise. Basketball terms.
Sports.
Yeah, gotta love the sports ball. He was really in a sports ball mood because our next one.
He was watching March Madness.
Yes, he was, because our next one was Sweet 16 mascots.
Sports.
Because at that. Yeah, kind of. Because at that time, it was just Sweet 16. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yes. And then round 4 was our word round, and it was big blank. Mm-hmm. So we just had to basically fill out the blank in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
And then last was our music covers,
Oh, so painful.
Kids Bop version.
So painful. I didn't realize how painful some of the Kids Bop versions were.
Right?
I was like-
and the fact that they will do so many different songs, some songs that talk about like very
Yeah.
bad things.
Yeah, I was like, this is like a 12-year-old singing about this, and
Right.
and they're flat, and I
Right.
don't understand what's happening, and
Right.
the words are different, and yeah, so that was painful for many reasons.
But I will say I am glad that they will actually change up the
Yeah.
words so that way it is kid appropriate. So sometimes they don't fit with the song, but
They're like, this is not what it's talking. We're making a totally new song over here. It's fine.
it's always fine.
Sometimes
So,
it's necessary.
yeah, sometimes. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our general knowledge round. The first question I want to talk about is the former child star that had physical abuse allegations at her old alma mater.
Their acting school.
Yes, at their acting school, Sloss and Rec.
Yeah, I don't know what school that is.
Yeah, me either. So, but I'm talking about this one because we were so adamant that it was that one actress that we could not remember
Well,
her name.
Yeah, so you were like, she's from Harry Potter, and I was like, okay. And I was scrolling through like the like when I'm on my phone, if I swipe left, I'll get like a whole bunch of headlines and things that I can click on articles and read. And I had seen Lavender Brown
Right.
there, and it was like there's some controversy over like her and then like pastime or something, like blah blah blah
Something,
and I
yeah.
was like okay. I didn't click on it, I didn't read it, and then he asked this question, so I was like, well, when he does general knowledge, he usually talks about like recent things,
Right.
and I was like, well, okay. And you were like, okay. And so,
Well, because no, it was the same situation
Yeah.
for me because I saw like it pop up on Snapchat stories. I didn't click it either.
we're so bad.
We are bad, but like that's what kind of like clicked for both of us. We could not remember the name, so we literally just answered Lavender Brown actress.
Yep, we did that.
And
We were
got it
wrong. So wrong.
Yeah.
The answer makes so much more sense.
It does. But I love how he like pronounced the name.
Oh my god.
Oh God, I don't even remember like
It's
how
like
he.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
It's like it's Shia.
Shia
LaBeouf.
Just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so there's that. So that's
Stanley Yelnats, my friends.
such an well, I can't say old, but like it is definitely aging.
The movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zero, the actor who's doing Zero, he's doing pretty good.
Oh. Yeah.
Because I think he is I think he's got his own karate dojo.
I was like, I can see him in my face.
I want him in my face too.
Oh my gosh. I can see him in my mind, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Cleo Thomas. I am sorry if I am pronouncing that incorrectly. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's an actor and a rapper.
Is he a rapper? Could have sworn he was like he owned a karate dojo.
Khalid Cleo Leon Thomas is an American actor, rapper, artist, entrepreneur, and influencer.
Huh.
I mean, he was born in Alaska. That's
Alaska.
interesting.
Alaska.
I mean, he may have a dojo. There's a picture of him dressed as the like goofy, the guy in the yellow suit.
Oh my God.
Right?
It's like Spark or Extreme or something like that. Oh my gosh, no, I don't remember.
I need a caption. Max Powerline.
Powerline. Yes. Yes.
We're like, help.
Yeah, we are blanking today, but that's fine. All right. But yeah, okay. But yes, him. He's doing well.
Good.
Bree, what's the other question that we want to talk about for our general knowledge? So that way we can keep going. Well, yeah, so that way we can keep going and talk about our other game as well.
Oh man.
Oh,
So okay, so we had there's a rumor that Brad Pitt is working on a sequel to this Quentin
this
Tarantino
one.
film.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, I had to call Rhino over and I was like, do you want, because the way he said it.
Yeah, the way he worded it, it was kind of weird. So we had to get clarification.
Yeah.
So
we were like, do you want the new film name or do you want the original film name? Like, what's happening? And so he was like, well, if you write the original one, you're going to be writing the new one. Just don't put like 2 on it. And I was like, okay, so you just want the original name.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at first we had written Pulp Fiction. And then I was like, wait, but he was in one already. And so I was like, wait, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And before we had started, you were like, okay, since it's just the 2 of us, we're just going to go with our guts and we're not going to change any answers.
Yes. That was one of the first things that I said. Like, I think it was by the time we had gotten to like the second question, I was just like, we just need to like not second guess ourselves because we do poorly. We do poorly when we do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is the one that you kind of first thought. And then we were trying to write Pulp Fiction, but then you were like, no, we're going to do this. And then you bet Jello shots on it.
I did. I said that if it was wrong because I had changed it and it was actually the first answer, I would buy Jello shots for the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And we changed it to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because that's the one that Brad Pitt was in already.
And
it was correct.
Yeah.
So yay, go Brianna's second guessing gut.
Yeah. So, this one we still didn't do too good on this one.
50 points that
Yeah,
round.
we got
40 points that round.
No, 50 because somewhere he gave us.
He went back and gave everybody a blanket 10 points for one of the
Yeah.
questions on the first round.
Oh, it was the cigarette question. That's
Oh,
what it was.
yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So it is Canada Gooses and Degenerates with 20, Moss Masochists with 25. It was Balls and Brains.
I was like something
Yeah,
like
Balls
that.
and Brains at 30, the American Ducks, quack, at 40, and then Poop Performance at 60.
Yes. Poop performance.
Poop Performance. I like that. But that brings us to our round 2 questions, which is our basketball terms. So, again, he was on a March Madness kick because I guess he decided to get into basketball for some reason. But he did say that he was learning a lot from watching the games. So that's one reason why he wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Now, Bree, I'm going to go ahead and get us started with the fact that we got a perfect round on that one.
Woo, woo, woo,
And
woo,
that one is
woo.
all thanks to you.
Woohoo!
So,
Yay!
a round of applause for you, Miss Bree.
No, it was really good because like some of the questions he was asking, I was like, okay, well, how do I write this in a way that's concise, but also like,
You just have to write it, dumb it down to a Rhino level. That's it.
well, but I was thinking more of it. I mean, shocker.
I know.
I was like, I wanted to make sure it's clear and that there's not any like ambiguity, and he doesn't say, oh, well, that's not what you meant. And I said, but this is what I meant. And
Right,
so, yeah.
right.
So I wanted to make sure it's clear and concise.
Yeah, with as little words as possible, because the more you write, that's when things get confusing.
Yeah.
So just remember that trivia tip. Don't write a lot.
I'm gonna write an essay over here.
Yeah, there are some times that you only have 10 seconds to write an answer and turn it in. So make sure that you keep it short and sweet. Remember, KISS. Keep it simple, student.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That's what that means.
Exactly. Gosh, there's really not one that I want to talk about because actually, no, I think the only one that we really need to talk about is question 9, which is the paint located, because we get to draw on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So he was like, where is the paint located? And so again, it was one of those things. It was like, how do we explain this? Because
Yeah.
I don't remember the dimensions off the top of my. I know it's 10 feet from the hoop to the free throw line, but
Yeah, no, it's
yeah. But I think somebody, was it you who asked if we could just draw it, or somebody asked?
it was either me or Will from Masochist. It was one of us
Yeah.
too. I don't remember, but it sounds like something I would yell out. But
So, yes.
either way, it was one of us too. And yeah, I drew it on our answer sheet. I don't think you did.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I wrote it, and then I drew like a half court on there, and then kind of drew out there. I did.
No,
Oh, I drew it on the.
You just did it on the answer sheet.
I was writing on the
Yeah.
answer sheets only. Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
that's fine.
Sorry. But yeah. No, so that was a fun one, mainly because we got to draw that
We
out.
got to draw.
Yeah. So, but all the others not as fun because Bree, you kind of knew everything for that one. But I will say for this next round was fun. The Sweet 16 mascots, because we did our homework whenever we were told that one. But at the end of round 2, these were the points. We had Canada Gooses with 105, Degenerates with 120. Balls and Brains at 130, Moss Masochist at 135, American Ducks quack at 150, and then Poop Performance at 160. So a good amount of us had perfect games. So, but yeah, all right. So now we're moving on to Sweet 16 mascots, where we did something that.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I don't know why you're pointing, but
Well, because I just sent you a message and I was telling you that it was me.
oh, okay, all right. You just say it. Come on, we've been doing this enough times. You can interrupt me.
Well, in that case, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so round 3.
Round 3, the Sweet 16 mascots. So this is one that we kind of took advantage of whenever he said the category, that we were just like, we're gonna go ahead and write all of it down.
We're gonna spoil our tricks.
Yeah, well, this one I think Rhino needs to listen, so that way it can't be used on him again.
This one was a very specific one. Like when
Yeah.
when your whole category is like an entire country, then
Right.
like Canada, like it was like okay.
Or like it just is when it's so specific like
Yeah.
this. Like it's easy to do homework, quote unquote, but either between
I
rounds.
studied for the pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
Yeah.
Pop quiz. Okay, but yeah, we were able to look up both the women's and the men's
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16 teams, as well as write down like who their mascot was and what animals they are representing. So
Well, and like if
If.
the mascot, and then if it had a name or a character to go with it, yeah.
right. So there is one. He did give it to
So
us.
there were 2 of them.
Yes, there were 2, but it's not the one that I was talking about.
Okay.
Yes, the Arizona State one.
Was the one he didn't give to us.
No, he did.
Oh, that
he
one?
he gave it to us because that was one of the ones that wasn't part of the Sweet 16.
Right.
So
Yes, that
but
was
we technically got it wrong because we put Wilbur the Wildcat for that, but it's the Sun Devils
Yes.
for Arizona State. But like we said, they were not part of the Sweet 16.
And I also heard Arizona when he asked the question. I guess my brain was just like Arizona and then zoned out and
Right.
like completely obliterated him saying state afterwards.
Well, and you're not the only one because I did the same thing. So, but yeah, when we realized that was one of the not Sweet 16, there was another one. I don't remember which one it is.
It is.
Oh, I think it's the one right before it.
Ole Miss. So it was. He asked what the mascot was for Mississippi State.
Yes, which is not Ole Miss.
Correct. And the Mississippi State mascot is the Bulldogs. But
Which we got that right.
we did
Yeah.
get that right. But he meant Ole Miss,
Yeah.
who is the Rebels. So,
Yeah. So,
but yes, and then Arizona State is. He asked who the mascot was for or what the mascot was for the Arizona State.
correct.
And it's the Sun Devils. We
It's the
put
Sun
the
Devils.
Wildcats.
The Wildcats. I know. And again, that's because we didn't catch on that he was asking about Arizona State. not just Arizona.
Yeah.
So, but again, that was another perfect round because we were able to call him out, quote unquote.
It was
So-
all in friendly.
Yeah, no, I mean, we weren't malicious about it.
No.
We were just like, hey, stupid.
Oh, poor Rhino was not having a great day either.
no. Oh my, he was flubbing up his words,
Yeah.
but you know,
We all have those days.
We all have those days. So, like, apparently, it's that for me today.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. So, but yes, after that perfect round, we were able to get our points for that as the Canada Gooses at 205, Degenerates at 210. I guess they missed one. Let's see. Next was Moss Masochist.
They missed the Maryland one.
Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah. That one was a weird one. But either way. Moss Masochist at 215. Looks like they missed 2. Yeah. And then third place was Balls and Brains at 230. So they got a perfect game. American Ducks.
Quack.
At 250. And then Poop Performance at 260. So yeah. So again, that's the end of round 3. We are now
Whoop.
moving on to our round 4 category, which again was Big Blank. Yeah, we only missed 2 on this one.
We were on it.
We were. There was only there was one that we really did not go or know, but we went with the first thing that we could think of, and the other we thought we had that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do the one that we didn't have any clue.
Yeah. So the clue was circus.
Yes.
So again, we had to come up with something that went with big. And it wasn't like big is somewhere in the word.
We could have
It
put
was
big hat because the ring laster.
right.
usually
We could
has
have.
a-
I think that might have been something that we discussed.
No.
Was it
No.
not?
I think we just put tent.
Yeah, we put big tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it's not. It's something that I want, which is a big top.
You're such a dork. Oh my goodness.
I know. I've been bad. I need to stop. But yeah. So for a circus, it's a big top.
You got to hit that chest day, man.
I know. I hate chest days. Chest and back days are not my favorite. I love leg day. I do. I need more leg equipment, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So,
But yes, big top.
big
Like the
top.
big, like,
yeah,
yeah.
the
big top.
tent.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
We were kicking ourselves.
yeah, we kind of were because we knew that one. It just was not coming to us
Nope.
at all. So, and then the other one, do we want to talk about the other
Sure.
one that we missed? Okay. So the hint that we were given was 6'6" and 245 pounds.
Yeah.
So do you remember what we answered on that one?
Didn't we put like Biggie Smalls?
Yes, we did. We did put Biggie Smalls on that one.
Or just Biggie or whatever it was.
Yeah, because again, we had big.
Yeah.
We had big.
It was in there.
Yeah. We just didn't know what else to put with that one.
He was not quite that size.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh, no, I didn't look him up. I looked up the picture. Never mind. Okay, so the answer,
Right, was Big John.
yeah, because it's the song.
Yes.
So I was looking at the stats for one of the pitchers that used to play for Texas Tech, because his walkout song was Big John, because his name was John and he was also rather large.
Oh, no, you
Yeah.
did. Okay, you did talk
Yeah.
about this. Okay. Yes.
I think he was listed at like 6'5" and 230 or something, or maybe
Wow, so
215.
not as big as
Not
this
quite as
guy.
big as Big John. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So I've never heard that song, so I'm glad that you did. But too bad it didn't come to you like soon enough.
I don't know the words. The only thing I know is Big John.
Big John.
Yeah.
So, but it's all good. It's all good. So, oh my gosh, I just remembered the tiebreaker for this one. So,
Oh, no.
yes, I know. All right, but at the end of round 4, before we talk about round 5, which we did not do too good, it was Canada Gooses at 285, Moss Masochist at 295, Degenerates at 310. It was a tie for second between Balls and Brains and American Ducks, Quack.
Oh,
At
sorry. I got distracted.
3:30. I know you're doing something. I don't know what you're doing over there. And then Poop Performance at 360. So that's how it was at the end of round 4. Now, round 5, our music covers for Kids Bop. Again, we can't play the music because we don't want lawyers coming after us. These were all the different songs. We can talk about which ones like we just kind of want to make ourselves feel bad for not knowing.
Nah.
But first we had Montero by Lil Nas X.
Which you knew.
I knew that one. Lil Nas X is the first thing that popped up to my mind, and then we remembered Montero. So, Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Cake by the Ocean by DNCE. We knew that one.
Yes.
I think you knew the name, and I remember the artist, something like that. That was a collaborative thing.
It was.
Yeah. Then it was Counting Stars by One Republic. You knew that one. Next was That's What I Like by Bruno Mars.
Oh man, I
We
know the
have-
song, but I thought it was way more specific.
Yeah, we thought the name was Strawberry Champagne, but
Yeah.
but oh well. Next was Closer.
Closer,
Oh my God.
not a picture.
Yeah.
They're a picture that they'll usually bring in at the end of the game. They'll call the closer.
Oh my God. No, sorry.
Sorry,
No.
that relates to our tiebreaker question.
Yes.
Foreshadowing.
But that was by the Chainsmokers featuring Halsey.
Yeah, I knew
We-
featuring Halsey.
Yeah, I was about to say you knew that part, but we could not remember who
Nope.
it was.
Could not.
We thought it was 21 Pilots, and I was just like, sure, go for it.
That's the only thing I could come up with.
Number 7 was Club Can't Handle Me by Flo Rida.
Yeah, which I feel really, really dumb for not knowing that one, or at least the title of it, because I'm like, that's literally the only words to that song that I know and that are clear.
Oh, that are clear.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Number 8 was GDFR by Flo Rida. It was just like, okay.
It's going down for real. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can't do that. Nope. No lawyers. No lawyers for us.
I don't have anybody on retainer. Sorry.
Nope. Sorry. And then number 9 was Party Like a Rock Star by Shot Boys.
Again, the only words to that song I know.
Right? Oh, my gosh.
And it's like 85% of the song.
And then number 10, which we called out, or like we kind of called out who we thought it was, but
Okay.
then we didn't like put it down.
Okay.
Because this was, I can't read what that says. It's Something Slide by Drake.
Oh. The Tootsie Slide.
Tootsie Slide.
Oh, I had no clue on that one.
I could have sworn like we
You
were
said
like,
you wanted, like when he said the answer, you said you had wanted to say Drake, but
Oh.
you didn't.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been like, sure.
let's put it.
I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, but that, of course, we only got like 45 points for that one because
Almost half of it.
almost pretty close to it. But the ending points were in. What is that?
Did I write too small?
Oh no, I see what you're talking about. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
In 6th place with 300 points, we had the Canadian Gooses. 5th, we had the Degenerates with 350. In 4th, we had Moss Masochist with 360. Oh, and this is something that I actually called Rhino out because he flipped 3rd and 4th place. Because what he called third place was Balls and Brains at 355. So Moss Masochist should have gotten the third place prize. Called him out on that one.
Okay. I mean,
After he like had already given the prizes and
Oh.
everything. So like that wasn't, but yeah.
Okay.
And then we had a tie for first place
Oh, no.
between American Ducks
Quack.
and Poop Performance, both at 385.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly like proud of this one because honestly, I don't believe Rhino. I feel like he knew exactly what he was doing. That it was a sports ball related question. We do not put a name. We just put B.
Mm-hmm. And both of our names start with B.
Exactly. And so
Apparently he didn't remember that my name starts with a B.
Apparently not. But he called me to come do the tiebreaker because
Yep.
I'm the one that signed us up. And he did a sports ball question. I still think that he planned this because the question was, how many teams were on the opening?
How many teams played on opening day?
which was March 27th. And this is for baseball. I'm not exactly.
Do you want to share with the class what you put as your answer?
I'm getting there. Please know that my thought process was kind of similar to like how it went for March Madness. That I thought, okay, opening day, that must mean that there's like a good amount of people. It's going to be a bracket style. I don't know if it's 32. I don't know if it's 64. It could have been 128 for all I know. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I thought it was 64 because again, bracket style.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Single elimination, just get it done and over with.
That's not how the baseball season works.
I don't.
Baseball plays more games than anybody. They play so many games.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the answer was 26.
If there were 14 games, unless they were played. I realized that he said 26, but I'm looking this up now. That's what I was doing while we were talking earlier. There were 14 games, which means there would have been 20.
28, yeah.
Oh,
Unless-
the Rockies and the Rays played their opening game on Friday. No, because that's 30 teams. No, the answer should have been 28.
Well, either way,
A lot less
she-
than 64.
Yeah, but she did like 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like both me and her had no idea. But
Yes.
unfortunately, her no idea answer was a lot closer. So they ended up winning the tie. If I had gone the 32, I would have gotten us the win.
There are 30 teams in the Major League Baseball.
How do I know this? I don't sports ball.
You don't
know this.
I know. But as soon as he asked the question, I was like, oh no.
Yes.
He called Brandon. Oh no.
Yes. That's why I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
So.
Rhino got us.
Yeah, Rhino got us.
But no, we ended up second, and it was only the two of us. So I think that counts as a win.
Yes. No. High five.
That was a real high five this time.
Oh.
For anybody who doesn't know, Brandon doesn't normally actually high five. He does weird things. He does turkeys and snails and sharks and
Jellyfish.
yeah.
I haven't done the jellyfish.
I like to
in a
do the
while.
explosion from Big Hero 6.
Oh, da 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 da.
Ha-da-da-da.
What was that?
That's what he does. That's what Baymax does.
No, he does da 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 da.
No.
Yes, he does. Oh my gosh! All right, we're gonna have to look this up because, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a break and then be back with our challenge break before we go on to our second game where we have words. So we will be back later. And we're back, and this is our challenge break section.
Whoop, whoop.
So, Brie, I'm going to go ahead and let you handle the March Madness part of our current challenges.
Alrighty, Brandon.
Bring it on, Brie.
So, we did meet up yesterday, and we did watch the championship game.
Yes.
How was that?
There was a lot going on. I was trying to have conversation with like people eat. I also had a very stressful day. So like I got to the establishment first and already started on drinks. But it was exciting. I will say that like I told you yesterday, I'm kind of sad that it wasn't Auburn versus Duke, because I was totally ready to represent Duke just to oppose you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did have it picked for my final game to be between Auburn and Houston.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean,
so all right.
yeah, because I figured, I was like, Houston's gonna beat. I didn't actually have Duke in the Final Four, but
did you not?
I did not.
I did.
Well, okay, because going into the tournament, like the star player for Duke, like he had been injured in the, in their like conference tournament.
Oh, and he wasn't able to play all season, I believe.
Well, it wasn't all season. It was just that, like, right at the conference tournament, he wasn't able to play. And so I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know how healthy he is. I also didn't research into it too much. And then I was like, also, it happens where things just don't go their way. Like, and
unfortunately, yeah.
so I'm like, well, this is a team that everybody's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be him because he's the projected #1 draft pick and he's so great and blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
And it was like, okay, but it's March, so they're gonna fall. They did not. They made it to the Final Four. I was incorrect.
No, and unfortunately, I was incorrect because I thought they were going to make it to the finals. So, but as you can tell, I did fill out the bracket. So, do you want to see? Which one do you want to see? Do you want to see the one that actually happened? Well, no, you just filled that one out.
Yeah.
Do you want? So you want to see what I want?
What you expected to happen. Your picks.
Okay. Do you want women's or men's first?
We can look at the men's first.
Okay.
So you did start at the Sweet 16.
Yes. And I think I started all the games that I actually watched. I didn't tell you which games that I watched.
Yeah, you didn't, except for, I think, was it Duke, Kentucky that you watched?
Yes, I did watch that one.
And you were having issues.
Yeah, that was really weird. I still couldn't even figure out what was going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even after because I was casting it from my iPad to my TV, and yeah, that wasn't working very well. Okay, no, I take that back. There was a good portion of time, I think a good 30 minutes, that I was just like, oh yeah, it must have just fixed itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on because I wasn't having that same issue.
Yeah, no, it was super weird because in the second half, that's when it was happening every other minute. So I was just I'm done.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you at that point.
So.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. For those of you listening, Bree is currently grading my bracket to see how well I did. And I did not do very well. Water sip.
13, 14, 15. 15 games? Did I count that right?
I don't know.
8, 4, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I can count. Okay, so out of the 15 games, you picked the correct winner on not 15.
Yeah, definitely not 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
She's counting the wrong ones.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
I'm counting the ones you got wrong.
Yeah. Which is
5,
over
6,
half.
7, 8, 9. Just a little bit. So you got 9 of your 15 wrong, but that's okay because you did pick. You don't sports ball, but I mean, so that's part of the whole March Madness thing. A lot of the time, the teams this one was weird because maybe not weird, but three of the Final Four were all the #1 seed.
That's true. No, I did notice that.
So, I mean, Houston was the only one that wasn't.
Right.
So, and I mean, I don't know if it helped. No. Wait.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing.
me either.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you're counting how many you got
4,
wrong.
5.
Just of the
6. I got 6 wrong.
of the 15. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
And I mean, part of that is because I started it from the beginning, and so I had people
That's true.
knocked out way earlier.
This is true. Yeah.
So.
yeah, yours weighs a little more because you started sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but I mean, you did it. You picked
I
things
did.
and you watched the games. And
yes, and like I said, I started the ones that I did watch on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really see which ones it was, but
So you watched Auburn, Michigan State, Ole Miss, Michigan State.
yes, Ole Miss, Michigan State, and then Ole Miss versus
No, Michigan State versus
that's right.
Auburn.
Yeah.
Maryland versus, or not Maryland, Florida versus Tech. See, that's what really hurts you right there is the fact that you picked Florida to lose that game.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
So Maryland versus Tech. Jeez Louise. Florida versus Tech.
I know, and I was really hoping that Tech would like just make that win because that would have been so cool.
They were so close. I was like
I know.
the last little bit of that game. It was painful.
I know. I was.
Yeah.
Oh God, which one was it that me and Pablo had come in for the last few minutes because we were gonna get food after this or after that. And oh my gosh, like there was a few moments that we had literally just looked away. And then we went back, and there was like 7 more points on the board. It's like,
Yeah.
how in the world did this happen? Nothing happened.
Scoring bunches and free throws.
I guess. But it was literally 10 seconds.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Yeah. So, super, super glad that the team made it as far as they did. Super proud of them.
Right.
As a fan.
Definitely. Sports ball.
Sports ball.
Sports
But,
ball.
no, I was watching the end of that game and I was like, you guys were so close. You can do it. And then
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need my critique. There's plenty of critiques out there.
Yeah, we just gotta be supporters because there's too much negativity.
So you also watched Duke versus Houston.
I don't remember that score. I think I put that down on my other one. Maybe.
I'm not going to ask you scores.
No, I didn't put scores. I put scores down for Ole Miss and Michigan State. And Houston versus Tennessee.
Okay.
But also, this isn't fair because, like, how am I going to remember things?
And then you also watched BYU Alabama.
Yes.
So, okay. That was a couple weeks ago. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So,
But I did do my homework.
one. So you did watch 2 games in the Sweet 16, 2 in the Elite 8, 1 for the Final 4, and then you watched the National Championship. So, yep.
Yeah, see, I did my homework.
Proud of you. Good job.
Here is the women's bracket.
That's the final one? Or is that yours?
That's mine.
Okay. So,
Yeah. Wait.
time to grade yours.
Yes. What actually happened? Yes. So, what I wanted to happen, what actually happened.
Okay, so this one you look like you picked more. What actually happened?
No. Okay, my bad. Nope. I
Okay.
misread that. My
I
bad.
was like, what's happening?
So-
You didn't finish filling it out.
Oh, I thought it did.
No. There's blank spots. You didn't even pick a national champion.
Oh no.
I'm a sad person.
Zeros.
Nope.
Damn. All right. Wow.
Nope.
And it's all just that one side because I finished the other side.
Right.
Wow.
Poorly, but you did it.
I did do it. So while you're grading, I will say this is kind of like what I used as my method since I came in on the Sweet 16. I was like, all right, how did they do for the 32 and the 64?
Okay.
And then I also kind of weighted against like their opponents and how they did against their opponents. So that's kind of what I used as my judgment to be like, oh, okay, well, this is how they did against these opponents and this is how they scored. Compared to, this is how that team did against their opponents, and this is how they scored.
Right.
So that's the method to my madness when it came to half of that bracket and the men's bracket.
Okay, which I mean is not necessarily the worst method. So honestly, part of what I do whenever I pick from like the round of 64 is I'll look at, because I usually do it online, and so I'll look at the points that each team normally scores,
Right.
or like their average points scored and then their average points allowed. And then so I kind of look at that and I say, okay, well, there's this, and then I'll look at like the little blurb about how they play. Like, do they play fast? Do they play slow? Are they heavy on defense?
Gotcha,
Do they rely on one person? But if it's teams I'm not familiar with, I usually look at like the points allowed versus the points that they score, and kind of weigh those against each other.
Yeah.
Because I'm always going to think that like your defense is going to, because defense travels a little bit better than offense in a lot of cases. And it's something you can rely on more often versus like you have an off day shooting and you're in
Right.
trouble.
Well, and defense really has to be strong because any player could be a defensive player with how fast things go back and forth. So, like, yeah, if your defense isn't strong, and this is something that I actually do know because I did play a little bit of basketball, not a lot, but I did play a little bit of basketball, and I was part of the basketball band. So it was like, all right, I kind of at least know what I'm like looking at besides butts.
There are a lot of those, at least 10 on the court at each time. Oh, actually, 13 on the court at all times.
Because of the refs?
Yep. 15 if you want to count the head coaches pacing up and down in their boxes.
No, they're not on they're not on the court. They're in their boxes, and I know that they can get in trouble if they get out of those boxes. Yes. No, because I've seen that many times. Many times. So, but yeah. So, all right. We've got a little bit of time for a few questions.
Yep.
So,
But no, by the way, UConn won their championship and
no, I filled
by
that part
30
out.
points.
I filled that part out for like what actually happened.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that I like had missed that for what I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
So rude. But okay. All right. Shoot me with the questions. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I do.
Okay. So, who scored the first basket in last night's game? What team?
Oh, that not Duke.
Correct. You're not wrong.
No, it was Houston.
Yes, correct. So who is the Houston player that used to play for Texas Tech?
Willie?
Okay, I see how you're getting there.
That's really all I remember.
Malik Wilson.
Ah,
So yes, I see how you get there, but
yeah. No, that's where it stopped. Because,
Yeah.
we had that conversation, and I remember that, but I did not. You said the name once, and it's just like, cool.
okay. And then how many championships in men's basketball does Florida now have?
3.
Correct.
Because 3 is a magic number.
Okay. And then how many schools had teams in the Sweet 16 for both tournaments?
Oh, you did talk about this with Rhino. I think the number you said was 4. Yeah. Which ones? I don't remember off the top of my head, but...
I think we erased them.
Huh? What?
We wrote them down, but I mean, they're also written right here. So is this the wait?
No,
that's the same
got
one.
2 women's in front of you.
2 women's in front of me.
2 women's is in front of you.
Okay, so this is what you want to happen. This is what actually happened.
Lots of
Paper rustling.
Lots of paper rustling. It's a good thing this is an audio podcast. An
audio what?
podcast. There you go.
Okay, so they are Duke.
Oh yeah. Tennessee was one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Tennessee. Oh wait, hold on. I wrote on the wrong thing. Tennessee. Going to the other side over here.
The other side.
To the other side.
To the other side.
See, like the fact that these brackets aren't like lined up drives me nuts.
Yeah. I agree.
Where did they go?
Somewhere. They're on the page.
Yes. Thank you very much.
South Carolina, one of them?
No.
No. Not Tech.
No, not Texas. Ooh, no. Definitely not. Let me just sound like. I swear.
Is Ole Miss one of them?
Yes. Ole Miss.
Haha. I helped out with 2 of them.
You did. Good job. I wrote on the wrong one again.
And is Auburn? No. Auburn's not the other one, is it?
No. I'm looking at it. It's not Michigan. Michigan State. Florida. Maybe?
Maryland?
Yes. I was like, we're on Maryland now.
Yes.
Maryland.
Haha.
There it was. It was the Terrapins.
Oh, that's right.
The Terrapins.
Gustado.
Oh, yes. Because
Yes.
we had to come up with the mascots.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Okay. But yeah, so there were 4 schools that had teams in both tournaments.
Ish.
Okay. How many national championships does UConn have?
That I don't know. We didn't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they just won their 12th.
Like in total?
Yes.
Oh.
For women's basketball.
Oh,
Sorry.
nice.
All under the same coach.
Oh. He better be getting paid, or she. I don't know.
He went
whoever.
on like a multi-season win streak. Like they did not lose a game for like 6 seasons straight.
What?
Yeah. It was crazy.
Oh, he had a good group of girls then.
Well, yeah, and then like they put out regular people who are drafted. They played solidly in the WNBA. Like fantastic teams. Yeah, so it is the record. They have 12 NCAA Division I national championships.
That's awesome. Good on them.
Another fun fact, they won their first one in 1995.
The year you were
Yep.
born. Yep. Wow. And then the Cowboys lost.
Yeah. So UConn women's basketball went up when I came into the world, and then the Cowboys like plummeted.
There must be balance.
Yes.
So.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah. So, but all right. Well, is there anything else for the basketball part of this?
I'm good.
No? All right. So we're going to move on to the second challenge that is currently going on before we introduce a new challenge. So, Bree, do you remember? We've already made so much noise. Don't worry about that. Do you remember what was going on for my challenge?
I think you had to get 1 or 2 more badges, and he gave you you weren't allowed to have any health helping things. Was your no potions, no elixirs, no revives,
no healing items.
There you go. That's
no
what
healing
it is.
items.
Like health helping.
Oh,
no healing items.
Yes, no healing items, but that also went towards hold items. So that means that I can give a Pokemon 1 item to hold that they can use during battle.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only one that really there's another one. Yeah, there's another one. So there's 2 healing items off the top of my head. There's probably another, but that basically meant that I couldn't use, which kind of stinks, but it's just like, I could use it. I'm good. I don't have my Switch on me in the vicinity, and I'm too lazy to go get it. But I have gotten to the champion. I am just needing to beat him now.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, and that has been a task.
Is it the same champion?
What do you mean? The same champion as what?
As
who
what
you
I had to
fought?
fight?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Fight.
It's the same champion that you had to fight. Yes.
I don't know what that was.
Me either. But no, this is Leon. He is the champion of the Galar region. So each new region will have a different champion.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. I just need to beat him, and then I can get the type null that I need to be able to finish this. But then I also have to go on the hunt for three other Pokemon in my Pokemon Shield game.
Okay.
So I'm doing the story, and then I have to do that. I have to catch them. It's going to be a bit of a task, but it's going to be faster than beating the story.
Okay. Fair.
So, and then
you named your Pokemon Randall.
I did.
Yay.
Yes, I did. And yeah, you said that I had to be using a grass type. So, but yeah, so that's the current update. It has been a bit of a task to do because I'm moving, or I'm needing to move.
Working on it in the process.
Yeah, I mean, buying a house, it takes up time, unfortunately. So,
What?
yeah, I know. Who would have thunk? Time and money.
Gross.
Tell me about it. I'm broke.
So let's continue to waste that with our next challenge.
Oh, that's a great transition, Bree, because we are going to be combining sports ball and Pokemon for this lovely Fantasy League Pokemon. So we are going to try to treat it as Fantasy League football, but it's going to be Pokemon. Bree, remind me, because I know that you are a Fantasy League person.
Fantasy football. Just say fantasy football.
FF? No, oh no, I can't say that. No.
Okay.
So yes, there's trading involved, isn't there? Okay, so I think that's the only thing that we're not going to be able to do, because this is our first one. We're just going to kind of keep it simple, and then if we're able to find a way to add trading in the future, we can do that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be just us.
What? Tell me more.
We are going to actually, in the description, you might have already seen it if you were being nosy and looking in there. There is a Google form for you to fill out. You need to fill it all out so that way you can play with us. And the person with the most points at the end of the season will win a $50 Visa gift card. I think it's this one.
Yay! Yeah, you gotta turn it off.
Yeah, I forget that one. We don't get to use that soundboard very often. But yeah, just fill it out. You will get to choose 5 of the legendary Pokemon, which the list will be on there, but I'm not going to read it out loud because we're going to be choosing our teams later. But 5 of the restricted mons and 3. Bree, I told you 2 whenever I was describing this, but we're going to do 3 so that way it's like 6 of the 8. Kind of keep it even numbers.
I'm so hurt.
Why?
Because you lied to me.
I didn't lie. I forgot. I forgot.
Inadvertently lied.
Yes.
That's my favorite phrase. I inadvertently lied to you.
It's an accidental lie.
I messed up.
But yeah, so you will actually need to get this done before May 2nd. Because that will actually be the first regional that we're going to be looking at. And it's so much fun because we're going to be looking at the weekend of May 2nd, the weekend of May 17th, the weekend of May 23rd, the weekend of May 31st, the weekend of June 13th, and then the last one is going to be the weekend of August 15th. So that's going to be 4 regionals, NAIC, which is a bit bigger than a regional, and then finally the Worlds Tournament. So
Okay.
how it's going to work is that during the day there's going to be streamed matches, and if your Pokemon shows up in that stream match, it's going to be 1 point per Pokemon. So yes,
Do we have to watch said streams?
it'll help, but I'm going to be like the main person to do that, and I'm going to try to just get screenshots of each round so that way it's easier for me to keep track of.
Okay.
Because some of the regionals that we're going to be watching, quote unquote, are in Europe.
Woo.
So like that time difference, I'm not going to wake up at like 1 o'clock in the morning just to start. No.
That feels like something you would do.
I've done it before. I've done it before because there was a regional in Hawaii and also the Worlds I was in Hawaii and then the Worlds I was in Japan. I did wake up early or stay up late for those.
Gotcha.
So, but no, for those, I'm just going to like do the rewatch and just kind of screenshot all the teams that are being used. So that way I can easily keep track of.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
But yeah, but you're only going to get like a max of 6 because even if a Pokemon shows up twice, like one on each person's team, you're only going to get 1 point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they show up at all, that's your 1 point. It's not if you show up 3 times, I get 3 points.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and like you said, it's actually going to be for that whole entire round for the stream battles. So, because there is a potential of 3 battles. So, it's not going to be each time it shows up in a battle. It's just if they're being used for the round. Like, that's it.
Okay.
So, but then there's also going to be a top 10 or 12 percentage for day 1 and day 2. If one of your Pokemon is on that list, you will actually get 2 points for each one.
Okay.
So,
That's if it's day 2.
No, day 1 and day 2.
Day 1 and day 2. Oh.
Day 1 and day 2.
Okay.
You're looking at an outdated one.
Okay.
Remember, I told you that. This
I
is
thought you
outdated.
just said the dates were outdated. I didn't know you changed the points too.
Yeah, I did. I kind of did change it up. So
Okay.
mainly because I couldn't remember how this was, but I did kind of change it up a bit.
It's all laminated too.
I know. It's a good thing I've got Sharpies. So, but that's just for the top 10 and 12% for day 1 and day 2. Now, if you have a Pokemon on the winning team, it's going to be +2 for each Pokemon.
Whoop, whoop.
So you have potential for a lot. A lot of points. Now, may do Pokemon for the top 8 because that is a different statistic after like the top 10 and 12% for day 1, day 2. So, haven't decided that. If it is going to be part of it, you'll see it on the Google form.
I was about to say rules and points will be posted.
Yes.
Yes.
Always. Now, you are going to be asked for your email address, but that just is so that way I can confirm your team and then also help you keep track of your points. So that way, if you feel there is a discrepancy, you can let me know. So, I will prove you wrong, but but just so that way you can know. Okay, so those are all the points or things that I have. What do you have any questions about how this is going to work?
Okay, so there are 5 of the legendaries and
Yeah.
then 3 of your not legendaries, but pretty cool.
Yeah, so they're the ones currently here are legendaries, but these are restricted. So that's going to be the easiest way to say it.
Okay.
So, but yes, we're going to do 5 restricteds and then 3 non-restricteds. I know, I just keep changing the words.
No,
So-
I'm laughing because in my head I'm going 5 from the restricted section.
Yes. From the forbidden section. Yes.
So
Yes.
if I pick them, they won't scream at me, will they?
No. No. Thankfully, these will not. Or at
Yay.
least not scream at you. They'll scream at your opponent.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm-
Does that make you feel better?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit? Okay. So,
And so it starts in May and goes through August.
all the way to August. Yes, because that is how long this regulation is actually going to last, because we are in a regulation that is going to be double restricted. So that is why we're doing 5, because we have a chance for 2 of them to show up.
Okay.
So,
And then you're not paired up to play against anybody in that week. It's just whoever has the most points at the end, right?
it's at the end. Yes.
Okay. Because with fantasy football, you have opponents, and so it's the winner of the game
Yes.
that week.
Yes. So, we're, as of right now, we have no way of being able to put others against each other.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's fine.
just to kind of keep it simple,
Yeah.
because, KISS, keep it simple, student.
That's not what that means.
I know, but we got to keep this somewhat family friendly. But yeah, that's what we're going to do is we are going to make it to where the winner at the end, whoever has the most points, will get the $50 Visa gift card. Now, I am going to throw in tiebreakers.
Okay.
Those are also going to be part of the form. And that is going to be item related.
Okay.
So basically, it's going to go off the world's winning team. What items did their team have?
Okay.
So you're only going to get to choose 6. Oh my God, words. Because that's the amount that you can have on a team.
The healthful helping items.
Yes, the healthy items. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Not the healing items.
No.
The healthful helping. Helpful, healthy.
Yes, helping. Either way,
We can do so many things with this.
The slash ringing, the sash singing.
Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. So no other questions. Nothing else that like the fantasy football does that we probably need to like try to see.
No, I don't think so. Because if we're going to a specific time period and we're doing total points, so it's not like you have to do playoffs. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, I mean, with the amount that we are doing, I think that's like 6 different things that we're using. So that's a lot. That's a lot. You still have a lot of chances to get points because that's at least 1 point each round. For just day 1, you can get up to 12 points just from the top 10 percentage. And right there, that's 8 or 20.
How many?
I know. Oh my gosh.
Math is not mathing.
Math is not mathing. So yeah, but that's just 20 right there. If all 8 of your mons. Oh no, if all 8 of your mons, that's 16 that you would get from the top. So yeah, that's 24. No, 22. Oh my God.
I think we need to stop trying to math right now because Brandon's going to break his brain.
Yes, just know that all the information is going to be on the Google form, so that way you can fill it out. If you have any questions, go ahead, fill it out. I will get you the email confirmation, and that is where you can ask me a question, so that way we can get clarification. That way I can also add it to the episode that will be coming out on May 2nd.
Okay. And we will be using this email account.
Yes, the BBL After Trivia.
Yes.
Yes, we will be using that. So
That is how you will be contacted.
yes, if it's anything else, do not. Oh my goodness. No, make sure that it is the BBL After Trivia at gmail.com.
Yes.
Nothing else. So, but yeah, with that, Bree, I think that's it for this little section.
We have a pause and then let the games begin.
We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to continue with the second part of our trivia. So,
Whoop, whoop.
and we're back from our little challenge break. So, I hope you like that news. Bree,
Don't ask me for another BBL.
No.
I had to work really hard to get the last one.
Right. That's why we can't word. But it's all good. No, Bree, this is going to be our topic for this one is our second trivia one that happened a few weeks ago. But boy, we saved this one.
Yes.
We saved this one because we wanted to make sure that we talked about this one. And we're going to send this to Rhino to make sure that he listens.
There were points of contention.
We almost fought. No, we didn't almost fight. But yeah, there's definitely going to be one that we are going to say. So this one, our team name, I didn't write the date, was Functionally Feng Shui.
Ah, yes.
Yes, Functionally Feng Shui. And our table had much feng shui.
I thought our table was a mess, kind of like normal.
I mean, that's true too, but either way. So our categories for this one were general knowledge.
What?
I know, big surprise. Memes,
Ah, yes.
as some old people would say, memes. Memes. The Oscars.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, that was a fun round. Words, which it was double O's. So words with double O's.
If you can't tell, that's the contentious round.
Yes, that's going to be the one that we're going to have a fight. And then last but not least, our last one was annoying viral music.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Annoying viral music.
Which, again, it's an opinion. So
that is true. There was one song that like I really liked that he finds annoying. It's just like, no, that was actually, it was very popular during that time.
yeah.
And I was one of those that got sucked into like liking it. So, but either
How
way.
dare you like the annoying
I know.
song?
How dare I?
Okay.
So, but we're going to go ahead and get started with our general knowledge.
Boop,
And
boop.
then, because it's been a while, I don't know. Our first one that we're going to be talking about is our Cooper Middle School Allie Miller, grand champion, was the grand champion for this first time event at a rodeo.
We had no idea.
We had no idea because we don't keep up with that.
We said animals.
No, we said goats.
Well, yeah. But,
Yeah.
but like, while discussing, we were like, some sort of animal?
Yeah, no, we came up with so many different kinds
Yeah.
of animals because we had no idea. It was just like most of the animals that like we thought of were like, no, this has been going on for a while. No, this has been going on since like I was a kid when it first started. Like,
Yeah. So then we were like, well, is it a certain breed? Is it like it's something that doesn't exist? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, was it the dodo bird? Like, I mean, we could not think of anything, so we put down goats.
Yeah, and I think on the like answer sheet we wrote like a new breed, a different breed,
Something like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was the wrong answer.
Oh no.
No, that was taxidermy.
Yes. So congratulations to her.
Yeah, no, congrats on stuffing dead animals.
Hey, you can make some good money that you can put towards your future at stock shows.
Definitely.
So if
But
that's something you're really good at, which is not expected to be very good at it, especially in middle
I
school.
don't expect that at a stock show
Yeah.
rodeo. Like I don't. Like
Yeah.
I can expect that being like a thing for a different event, but at a stock show rodeo,
I don't know.
and I don't know what in the world Jake is barking at right now, but you could probably hear him in the background. But yeah, so congrats to Allie Miller for winning that first time taxidermy. Bree, what other question do you want to like talk about for the general knowledge? The general knowledge.
So we could do.
We could be heroes. Sorry.
I mean, this one, like you were pretty on it with this. What do you call a group of owls?
Oh yes, and I don't know why I know this information. Like I just, as soon as he asked, I knew it. I knew it was right. That's why I was not gonna like anyone like say anything else.
We had no choice. This
Yeah.
was the answer,
Yeah.
and we were going with it.
Yeah, even if you knew the answer, like this is what we were doing.
And Brandon said it.
Yep. So, but it was a parliament, and again, no idea how I know this.
That's okay.
So,
But good job. I'm glad
yeah,
you did.
Thank you. Yeah. See, sometimes random knowledge will help you out at trivia.
Yep.
So, don't say that it's useless knowledge. It could win you some bucks.
Yep.
Not the deers, money. So,
I $1,000,000. I feel like maybe not. Well, if you had $1,000,000, like the deer, they may be worth more than $1,000,000.
potentially.
Just saying.
Depend-
Like you could sell
depends
the
on
meat.
their genetics.
You could sell the mount. Like you mount them and then you sell those.
Again, it depends on their genetics, because if they're like good meaty ones that aren't like big and fat, like then yeah, possible.
Okay, sorry.
So, I know
moving on.
that's a whole different thing.
Spiral.
Spiral. So our next thing is going to be,
Memes.
yeah, memes. We're gonna go with memes. Here, you talk about the first one because I got to respond to Pablo.
Yeah. So, the first question that we had was who originally sang the song that the Walmart kid got famous for singing. So covering was Lovesick Blues was the song name.
Yes.
And by Walmart kid, he means the one who's like yodeling.
Yodelay-hee-hoo.
Yeah, like that. But that's not how he yodeled.
No. That's just
He
the
yodeled
stereotypical-
Lovesick Blues, Brandon.
And I can't do that for legal reasons.
Also, I can't yodel, so
I don't know if I could actually yodel. I'm not going to try right now.
yeah. Maybe later.
Maybe a different time. Maybe after 100 subscribers. Actually, that would be a good goal.
We'll be blessed with Brandon's attempt to yodel.
Yeah, so if we get 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel, which last I checked, it was like 18.
Woo!
So we're slowly getting up there. Thank you. Thank you to all
Thank you
those-
guys.
Yes.
But we were not 100% sure. We had to move on and keep coming back to this one.
Yeah.
But eventually we settled on Buddy Holly. And that was incorrect.
Yeah.
And we had someone at the table who kept saying, "It's not Buddy Holly." But we didn't know
they
who
didn't
it was.
have an answer.
So the answer was actually Hank Williams. Which I know he exists. I don't know any of his music that I am aware of.
No, and I've heard the name too. It's not a name that I'm too familiar with to be able to have known that answer, unfortunately. So
I also didn't know there was a song that he yodeled, that the song had a title.
No. Well, I never knew that this was actually like a
Yeah.
thing, the yodeling Walmart kid. So, but let's see. Another one that we What? Oh, this is one. I don't think we like put an answer down for this one. The wheelchair bound man with fireworks. I don't think we put an actual answer for this one.
I think we did, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, I didn't write down what answer we gave, but apparently the answer was Terry. Again, this was one that I never saw.
I think I had seen it once from like a former coworker, and he's like, I don't remember if he like straps fireworks to his wheelchair or something, if he's just like chasing them, but it's all Terry. And like the way that it said, it's funny. It's some more of that lovely dark humor that we share.
Oh,
Yeah.
You and that friend or coworker?
You and my friend and me and lots of my friends.
Oh, gotcha. The common dark sensor or humor. Oh my God. Wow. So, but yeah, I guess I just completely missed the answer that we turned in because all I have is Terry.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah. Okay.
back it up, Terry. That's what he says because they set off fireworks near him, and so I think he's got like a broken leg.
Oh no.
He's not permanently wheelchair bound, but
Oh my gosh.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. At the end of round 2, that was actually because we didn't talk about the end of round 1, but at the end of round 2, it's the Degenerates in 5th place with 120. Moss Masochist in 4th with 130. CS. I don't remember. Wait. I've got it.
Computer science.
No.
No.
Coleslaw. That's what it is.
Oh,
Coleslaw.
yeah.
Weird name, but they had 145. We then had a tie for second between Twitch and Canada Gooses.
Huh.
Oh, Twitch wasn't there for that last one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then our functionally feng shui in first place with 160.
How we manage that, I don't know, because
Me either.
general knowledge usually kicks our butt.
Yeah. Somehow.
Apparently,
Somehow.
several of us are more versed in memes than we should be.
Right. Oh my gosh. So, but okay. Now we're moving on to Oscars. Because we gotta hurry. Our Oscars, I think we're only going to do one, but I don't know which one to do.
Oh, do this one.
This one, the first sequel to win Oh, the first sequel to win Best Picture. Oh, that was a bit of an argument debate, however you want to word it. Because we came up with like a good amount. I think we came up with Terminator 2, Godfather 2.
I think we talked about Return of the King as well.
Yes, Return of the King. I think those were the only three that we could think of. And it was between you, me, and Brandon. And all three of us came up with a different answer. Because you said Godfather 2, I said Terminator 2, and Brandon said Return of the King. So we weren't exactly sure. And I might have that reversed.
But the answer... What are you? Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
The answer to the first sequel to ever win Best Picture was Godfather 2.
Yes, Godfather 2.
Woo, woo. I think we did establish that Return of the King did win Best Picture or but it wasn't the first one.
And that was the was the question. The first one. So we needed the first sequel to have won.
Gut instincts for the win this time.
You could have almost made it a song. Like honestly, like you could have done that. Like gut instincts for the win this time. So, but all right. Then our oh, that's right. Oh my God, I definitely want to talk about this one. Okay, so this is who was the duo Oscar nominees that came in a dress and high on LSD in 1999. I am so mad that I got this one wrong because like they were big at this time and it's totally something that they would still do today.
I was 4 years old. I don't know these things.
Yeah, well, and I was 9, but I wouldn't have known that going on around that time. But like as I like grew up and came to know who these people are, I am 1, not surprised. 2, mad that I didn't remember because, ladies and gentlemen, it is the creators of both South Park and the Book of Mormon.
Oh yeah,
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
See, and I've never really seen either of those pieces.
Oh, you need to.
Art.
The Book of Mormon for sure. It's so
I've
good.
listened to some of it and it sounds really good. And I've had friends who've seen it and they've also matched your reviews. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no.
Haven't had a chance. I really wanted to go when it was here, but I forgot.
No, Pablo and I like wanted to, but unfortunately it would have been bad timing for him. And I didn't have the money to buy the tickets because they're not exactly cheap.
Yeah.
So, but it's so funny because apparently there were some Mormons like waiting outside after.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. So I don't know if they were real Mormons or like people dressed up as Mormons just because it's the play. Yeah. So, but either way. But that is the
Oscars round.
The Oscars round, our round 3, which we ended that one with Degenerates at 160. Moss Masochist at 180, Canada Gooses, oh my God, at 185. Words are hard. Okay. Twitch at 200, then Coleslaw at 205, and then the Functional Feng Shui at 230. So, yeah, woo, woo, woo.
The word round.
Oh my goodness. We're going to save that question for
the
last.
Second?
Yes. Okay. Maybe even the third, but either way. What?
Let's just do 2.
Just do 2?
Do 2.
Okay. You keep making hand signals and this is an audio podcast. Treat me like the audio podcast.
You can't read my hand signals?
I can't read your hand signals. Oh. All right.
Somebody wanted to rev the engine outside.
Apparently. Let's see. Okay, so I want to talk about question number 4, which was 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
13 years.
I felt, oh man. We had just had the Oscars round. And so my brain was on films. And 13 Years a Slave is a film. Obviously, it doesn't fit. Ooh, like the two O's.
Right, right.
So we didn't write it, but that was where my brain was, and it was not leaving that location.
No.
So yes, my only answer I could come up with was a slave. 13 years a slave. Yeah.
I don't see how that like correlates. That's definitely not what we answered.
No, it's not.
No,
But
no.
I didn't contribute because that's my brain was stuck.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, where was this going? But all right. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're putting down now. Okay, okay, okay.
Was that audio enough for you?
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you for that audio. Okay, so every once in a while, Rhino likes to do a little tee-hee question.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so we thought that this was that tee-hee question.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I did contribute to this
Yes,
one.
yes.
Yes.
So unfortunately, people at that age are going through puberty, and so we thought that
Things start to develop.
yes.
And we couldn't think of a better answer.
Yeah, no, we couldn't, and we thought it was something that girls develop as they go through that.
I
Yeah.
think we can say it.
I'm not going to, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, more just as a safety measure.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily like a bad term. It's more just like I don't want to risk it.
For you saying it or for me saying it?
Either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
either.
because I'll say it if somebody just needs to do it.
No. I think
Do it. Shia LaBeouf it.
Yeah. Now, granted, we're still a small podcast, so I don't know if it would really affect us. But it's also just like I don't want to really want to risk it.
Okay, so it's related to puberty. It has two O's in it, and females tend to develop it around 13 years old.
Exactly. So if you
On
can't figure
average, with
different sizes too.
no, I'm thinking as a generalization. There we go.
And the left one's always bigger. It's true. So, but if you cannot figure out what we're talking about, then
I mean, you put a picture on there, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for those that just listen and not watch.
That's fair.
So if you're not watching, that's on you.
But the real answer,
But the real answer was schools
because you're in school.
for 13 years.
Yes.
All the way from kindergarten to your senior year.
Yes.
I don't understand how Rhino's brain works. And this question
This next
really explains it.
Yeah.
So
He was on something.
yeah, drugs, because this one really shows it. It was, oh God, what is that second word?
Tree-based hallucination, right?
Tree-based hallucination. Yes. Okay. The actual answer is books. I'm going to like say that right now. The actual answers are books. And his reason.
So all of us at the table look at each other and we go, mushrooms?
Well, I was going to go with his reasoning first before we like talked about that. But yeah.
So
no.
and as far as I can tell, almost every other team had the same realization.
Or at least the same reaction.
Yeah, because mushrooms are a fungus, and it's not totally uncommon for them to grow on trees. And maybe they're not the same kind of mushrooms, but some of them can induce hallucinations.
Yes. A lot of them can.
A lot of them can.
A lot of them can because of the little toxins that they have. Because,
So,
some
logic.
of them, yeah. Some of them won't kill
Hallucination
ya.
that grows on a tree.
A tree-based.
Yeah.
Tree-based. Because they don't necessarily have to be growing like on the
Well,
tree.
they
They can be
can.
on the base, but they also grow like on dead
Grass.
trees, under clumps of leaves. Like they can grow anywhere technically. But most of the time you find them at the base of a tree. So, yeah. No, totally makes sense. Now,
How did we get to books?
here is Ryan's logic. Rhino, we love you. Just know this. And we do this because we love you. But Rhino was saying that he hallucinates when he reads books. We unfortunately had to tell him that's not hallucination. That is his imagination.
Yes, because what he was describing, I 100% understand. Like when you
Yes.
read a book, but it's like everything is going on in your head. And so you don't actually see the words. You just see what's going on.
Right.
Like 100% I get that. Like if I'm in the zone, that is what happens.
Yeah, because you're immersed into the book. You are really enjoying what you're reading. So, yes, can totally understand like that feeling. So, because, you know, that's what an author wants. When you read their book, they want you to be fully immersed. They want you to feel like you are part of the story, that you are like the main character or at least standing next to the main character. So, like, yeah. But unfortunately, we had to tell him, it's like, that's not an hallucination. That's your imagination.
Yes. So as far as we understand the definition of hallucination,
Is that what you were Googling?
yes,
Okay.
that is not the same thing as what he and I and several people experience whenever you read a book.
Exactly.
Like Cleveland Clinic says, a hallucination is a false perception of objects or events involving your senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. So I don't know that matches. If you disagree, what's your opinion?
Yeah, please
Like,
let us know.
Is it books? Is it mushrooms? Is it a hallucination or is it imagination?
I mean,
It's a point of discussion.
it is a point of discussion. We are actually going to make that the question of the episode. So please let us know your thoughts. Was he right? Were we right? Were we?
I mean, he's going to be right. He's the one who was doing the game.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Everyone got it wrong. So,
Yeah.
but with that, we're going to go ahead and end this discussion and say that at the end of round 4, it was Canada Gooses with 215, a tie for 4th with Degenerates and Twitch, both at 240, Moss Masochist at 3rd with 250, Coleslaw in 2nd with 285, and then Functional Feng Shui
Whoop, whoop.
at 300. So, yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. And then, of course, it's our last round for the annoying viral music. This one was, again, another one that we had to put the name and the artist. We only got half credit if we got one or the other, and then full credit for the full thing, which we only got full credit for 2 of them.
You know what? At least we got 2.
That is true. That is true. And a lot of these I did not write the artist for some reason. I
Okay.
don't know why, but
But-
either way. So we got What Does the Fox Say by Yildiz.
Oh yeah, I knew Elvis.
Yes. And then I half knew this one. We put Crazy Frog by Crazy Frog, but it's actually Axel F by
Oh.
Crazy Frog. So yeah, that's the name of the song. But I thought it was the same for both.
Yeah.
So
No, I think we think we all did.
yeah.
And then of course, like it was that, but then there was another one later on that sounded very similar, and we were like, "Wait, which one are we doing?
Yeah.
What is this? What is life? We're confused."
The next one was Gummy Bear,
Oh,
and I didn't put down who.
I
that was.
agree with that's an annoying viral song.
Yeah,
viral sound.
kind of. Yeah, agreed. But this
When
next
things
one,
are super repetitive and like that's it, I can't stand it.
Phenomena.
No, don't even.
Well, this next one is definitely one that I agree was annoying, especially at that time. Was Friday by Rebecca Black.
I'm just saying, I think other people have done this, but like whenever that came out, like or maybe not when it came out, but I think I was exposed to Friday with, I think there was a baseball team and they were traveling and they made a video and they had a little dance.
I've seen
Yeah, where they're like punching
Oh
up
my
in the
God,
air and doing the
yes.
things and like it pop up
Yeah.
at
yeah.
different times. Yeah, so that's what I think of whenever I hear Friday.
Yeah. I think that came out like a few years after Friday, maybe.
I don't know.
Either way, I know the video that you're talking about. So, all right. So the next one we thought was Cotton Eye Joe by Crazy Frog.
Yeah, that was the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it was the Hamster Song by Crazy Frog. So we only got the half credit there.
Yeah.
And then all these, the rest of them are, we got the names. We didn't get the artist. So, and I didn't write down the artist. So it's Cotton Eye Joe, Neon Cat.
Yeah, I didn't. Sierra knew that one.
Yes. Chacarone.
I did not know that one.
Yeah.
But other people at the table did, I think.
Harlem Shake.
Yep.
Yeah, and do the Harlem Shake.
Yep.
And then, of course,
We made a video for that one for a track meet.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
A lot of people did. I think it was a lot of like.
I don't know that it
sports-related
ever got
teams
posted anywhere, but yeah, no,
that
there
you
was
know,
was one.
that you know of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, last one of the number one YouTube videos, Baby Shark. Yeah.
So which one is the one that you don't think is an annoying song?
Axel F.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually really liked that song. Like,
Okay.
I was a fan of Crazy Frog.
Gotcha.
So-
I enjoy What Does the Fox Say?
Yes.
Just because it's silly.
Yeah, I never actually heard the full song, or at least I don't think I have.
You should look it up.
I mean, I probably will later.
They've got some fun costumes and stuff in the music video
I
too.
have seen the costumes. I have seen the costumes.
But yes, how did we end up?
Let's see. For that one, we only got like 60 points. So if you've been doing the math, you should know. But it was Canada Goose in 6th place with 280 points. The Degenerates in 5th place with 295. Twitch in 4th, but I didn't catch their points. So, in 3rd place was Moss Masochist at 320. Coleslaw in 2nd place with 345. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, in 1st place with 365 points is
Functionally feng shui.
Functionally Feng Shui.
And he finally said it right that time.
He did. The whole night he was trying to find ways to like make it weird and all that, because we were trying to throw him off with the feng shui, because it's not spelt the way that you would say it.
Not everybody knows how to say it.
Exactly.
So it was for funsies.
Yeah. So, and not many people know how to spell it. So we tried. He unfortunately
He had
did.
a good time with
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. No, he always does. He
So-
always does. So, but yeah, that was our second trivia game. We definitely want your opinion on the tree-based hallucinogen. Please let us know in the comments whether you're listening to us on Spotify or YouTube.
Hallucination.
Yeah. So, but with that, we're going to go ahead and call it. Bree, where can they find us?
We are on YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify, all at BBL After Trivia. Don't forget the After Trivia. I don't think you'll find either of us on there.
Well, we're getting to the point to where like we will pop up.
Oh,
I think so.
okay. Well,
Gonna have to look on someone
you
else's
may have
account.
to dig a little bit more, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to test this out on someone else's account, because I've seen a few of our own episodes, but like,
Yeah.
I think we're getting to that point. So
yeah, because it's learned our habits because we've looked it up ourselves.
exactly,
So, yeah.
exactly. So, but and then of course, Bree, you have been posting questions up on our Instagram account. Please answer them, but also please be nice to Miss Bree. She is doing this of her own free will. She is doing this whenever she's able to, because we still have our 9 to 5, sometimes 7s.
7:30.
Oh my gosh, yeah, depends
Yeah.
on the day. So we still have to be able to pay our bills. So please be nice. Please don't be rude, or else we'll just block you.
But thank you to everybody who has answered questions and liked posts.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are enjoying them.
Yeah.
But if you have anything else,
if you have any questions or anything that you want to share, you can always email us at bblaftertrivia@gmail.com. And if it's a question for us to ask on the show, it's going to please put trivia in the subject line. If it's a question about the show, just put FAQ. And if it's something that you want to share with everyone who listens, put fun fact in the subject line. Am I missing anything else?
I don't think so.
No. Please remember to do the challenge, or try to join the challenge. But other than that, I've been Brandon.
And I'm Bree.
and we will be back later.
See ya.
Bye.